Happy Hump Day, y'all. Happy Wednesday. Welcome in. You're doing well. Vibing out there, staying inspired. Look at this flying squirrel thing. Staff post. This is some pretty cool stuff here. Thing. We're stuck inside of a dream. AI art is just absolutely mind-melting, isn't it? Jerry, welcome in. You're first today. OTT ate my hamster. Saffron, welcome in. Heidi, welcome in. April, welcome in. Bar is here. Hey, nice flying star. Or is that like some sort of starfish of you? Is that a flying starfish or a flying star? Careful where you throw starfish. We are listening to the latest thing to drop from Rokusai. I'm not sure if it's on his Bandcamp yet, but in my now it's in your. Paul is here, tuning in from sunnyish Maryland. It is sunny here in Portland. Gorgeous day. We're going to probably flip the switch in like 2 days. We're going to go from 80s and sunny every day to rain. Bubble puppets. Oh, yes! Javar has just finished his beard trimmer instrument. Here's what I propose. That we dip into those two things in earnest next week, but maybe we take them for a quick little spin back Friday while more people are here and get some downloads and people will pick it up and give you some feedback and make the next one even better. You can't hear me. Oh my gosh, are you serious? Well, now I'm just going to have to repeat myself. It was down from the last stream. I'm so sorry, you guys. That's like my least favorite feature in Logic. Is that when you adjust the sound on your mic level here in Logic, it adjusts it on the system, which makes no sense to me. What's with all that music? That's Roku. April can hear me. Well, that's good. Nobody else can, I guess. And Heidi could hear the whole time. Well, I'm glad some of you could hear. But, you know, Javar is so old, he probably just can't hear. Or Paul. Who's older, Paul or Javar? See, this is a slippery slope because now I'm going to get called older. Regardless, I'm glad you guys can hear me again out there, and I'll try not to get quiet again. For those of you who did not hear, this is the latest track to drop from Rokusai. I'm not sure if it's up on his Bandcamp yet, but we do get to hear it here. We have better hearing. You whippersnappers! If you weren't born in the 50s, move along. Get off my porch, Twitch. Well, yeah, it's definitely not me. I have dropped 0 frames. Look at that. Look at that. High score. All right, so today, I'm going to turn this down just a little bit because we're about to crescendo here. Today, we're going to jump into Audio Design Desk. We're going to take all of the samples for the zombie stuff, which has been done in 2 parts, right? We did one stream, which was a while back. No, wait, hold on a second. We've actually done 3 streams. because we also took all of the original food recordings and we put them into Audio Design Desk and layered and sequenced them, right? And then we got our food related, the sound effects side of the samples created for the zombie lunchbox experience. And then the next time we dipped into it, I did some vocalization stuff. So now we're going to take the vocalization stuff and we're going to take those other fully rendered exports of the food gore stuff, and we're going to put them back into Audio Design Desk. We're going to set up some custom triggers so we can trigger these sounds somewhat intentionally, but not too intentionally, so we can still have a bunch of happy accidents along the way. And hopefully, fingers crossed, we get nothing but gold out the other side. Grotesque, guttural, probably highly unsettling gold, but still gold. Sonic gold. Zombie Lunchbox. This name is epic. It's amazing, isn't it? This is thanks to Purple Prose. She names everything. She's she is Queen Bee around here, and she has claimed the rights to name pretty much everything forever and always. So Zombie Lunchbox is going to be one of 2 releases that will drop on Monday. We've changed our sound pack release day from Fridays to Mondays just because of some internal scheduling changes. But so on Monday, 2 packs will drop. This week, 2 packs dropped as well. We had Haunted 2, the music construction kit, as well as sound design collection drop, and we also dropped an album from Tim Kulik called Modern Horror. So next Monday, we're going to drop 2 packs, which are just entirely made by yours truly. One is going to be called Zombie Lunchbox. Shout out to Purple Prose. And the other one is going to be called Creatures. That's it. That's all I know for now. And we're going to start layering and sequencing all of that stuff up right now, I think. And we'll just listen to the last seconds of Rokusai wrapping up his new track here while we do that, while we set that up. So first I'll pull up Audio Design Desk, and I'm just going to clear out these triggers. These are still the triggers that I had set up with the food recordings. So lots of celery and peppers and whatnot. So I'm just going to clear all of those out. And going to start tossing in some new sounds. Roku, I'm not sure if you're lurking in the background right now or not, but this is a lovely track, my friend. Lovely. And please do check his Bandcamp to see if it's up. And if it's not, follow him so you know when it does go up. Okay, so what we're going to do we're going to pull up a whole bunch of sounds here. Oh, right. And we do have some with minimal vocalization in here, some sloppy kind of, not quite hordish, but they do kind of grow in intensity as we go up in number here, I believe. Yeah, I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to change. Well, we'll see how all these recordings come out. I was going to change the wording on this, but we're going to look at both sessions here. So I've got 2. One, we've got one thing in here that doesn't really belong. The rest is actually pretty good. We're going to take, is this with vocalizations here? No, okay. So we're gonna take find our first trigger here. I take some food sounds first. Let me think about this. Is it going to be easier for me to... Let's put vocalizations on like 7. So I'm going to take a few different sounds here. I'm going to put these on trigger number 7. So now each time I hit the number 7 on my QWERTY keyboard, it's going to trigger one of these sounds. And these are some kind of creature kind of sounds. Actually, let's go for the ones that I recorded in the last stream instead first. Which means to go here. Where are these creatures? Zombies, there they are. Okay, yeah, so we made 65 of these guys. And that was on Monday, I think. Okay, so what I'm going to do is break this up across 2 different triggers, I think. So we'll take the first handful. There we go. And we're going to put that onto trigger number 7 inside of Audio Design Desk. And we're going to take the other half of these vocalizations. We're going to put these on trigger bank number 8. And now let's go get some food gore sounds. So we're going to go back to streams here. And we're going to dip into those. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to take all of these that do not have vocalizations in them, and I'm going to put them on the first couple trigger banks. So I'm going to take these really crunchy, bone-breaking, biting sounds. I'm going to put them on trigger bank number 1. I'm going to take these other guys. These are a little bit more juicy, messy, and sloppy, and I'm going to put them on number 2. And then lastly, I'm going to get one more group of sounds. There we go. And these are going to be kind of a combination of sounds. Kind of chomping, gory kind of stuff. Okay, so we're going to take this and we're going to put this onto trigger bank number 3. So now each time I hit 1, 2, or 3, I'm going to get some like food chewing sounds and bone breaking type sounds. And when I hit 7 and 8, I'm going to get some vocalizations of zombies doing their thing. Okay, cool. And we'll just do a little test here. See if we're hearing everything and able to record everything. All right, let's see what this little horde sounds like here. We'll zoom in just a little bit. None of these regions have colors right now because I have not imported these. They're not, the engine doesn't actually know what these sounds are yet because there's no metadata assigned to them. which is why it looks a little bland right now. Right, right, right. Okay. So a bit more minimal. A bit more minimal. Got to remember that I'm working with pre-layered stuff here. All right, let's try that again. All right, let's check that. All right, that was all right. It was okay. I'm just gonna move the biting just a hair's breadth later, so that way we don't have this sound of biting before the zombie sounds even. All right, and my timing will improve. There we go. Cool. Okay. I feel like we're kind of missing one. Cool. All right, onward. That was a good one. Oh my goodness. Let's put one more in here towards the end. Something kind of juicy. There we go. Let's see what that sounds like. Yeah, that's good stuff. Okay, onward. Let's get this messy snack underneath the majority of this guy here. Oh, yes, disgusting. All right, more. Okay, so this one's just way too long, and I'm not sure that we actually need that one. Let's see what this one sounds like. That's disgusting. It's just awful. That is delightfully hideous, isn't it? And Paul, yeah, right? Like all of us zombies start off with the fries. Crunchy finger bites, right? Lady fingers. Oh. Deep fried to a crackly crunch. Oh, this is disgusting. Let's do more. More. Did you hear the little num 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 num? All right, so let's see how this actually ends up, like the mixing workflow. So what I will typically do is make very small and kind of abrupt changes to volume of individual regions as I'm listening through to these things. Typically, this is a little bit easier with all the color coding that happens naturally with the ADD just assigning colors to regions based upon what type of sound they are. But this way, when I export out of here and open all of this inside of Logic, everything should be already mixed for us, actually. It would just be a matter of double checking things, maybe gluing things together with a little bit of compression or something. So I'm just going to listen through these first few sets here and see if I'm actually satisfied, and I'm going to make some volume changes as I listen back. Like this guy here, it's just kind of like persistently loud the whole time. So I'm just going to bring that one down like 4 dB. Yeah, and maybe even just 2 more dB because these zombies, they kind of need to stand out just a bit more. Um, so I will probably kind of go through and make little moves like this. And we can leave that brain slurp up. The crunchy sounds have a much brighter kind of sibilance to them. So I'm just going to make a few sweeping changes here and listen through to these. Tramtice is here. What's up, homie? How you doing? Happy hump day to you. Oh, yeah. Mm. Mm. Okay, these actually sounded a bit too much alike. We're just going to bring those way down and let them kind of blur together. Okay, and this is a little bit weird here. These 2 zombie eatings right next to each other. So let's move this one over and this one over to about here. This zombie right here is so satisfied. Listen to this. So satisfied. Oh, this would be a great Halloween M&M's commercial. Yeah, absolutely. Some burps. Ooh, some burps. That would be great because a lot of zombie movies are campy, right? Okay, I like the idea of some burps. All right, I'm going to trigger some more here. That one was too much. I'm going to move over this over a little bit. I'm going to bring down this crunch and this crunch. Listen to that again. Oh man, that's pretty disgusting. I want something kind of long to run underneath it. There we go. Okay, and this guy needs to come down about 4 dB. All right, and on to the next one. Oh, it's disgusting. These things are just gross. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we've got 10 of these sequences. We're going to go for a handful of fairly quick ones, like maybe 10 to 12 kind of quick, more minimally lengthy ones, and then we'll err on the other side. We'll go for slightly longer, maybe a smaller batch, like 8 or so. Okay, this one needs to be replaced, so I'm just going to replace that really quick. Unrequired. Oh, right, of course, because I don't have this stuff tagged yet, so we're just going to add one right here. There we go. Let's see what this sounds like. Oh, that doesn't sound good. Let's try that again. All right, we'll just shorten that by a good amount. Ish. Okay. Oh, you know what I'm doing? I'm triggering these backwards. That's what I'm doing. Put a sloppy one in there. Shorten that up a bit. Yeah. All right, and another one. Oh my goodness. Okay, and more. Let's move this one over just a little bit. On to the next. Slurpiness. Okay, let's put maybe just like a small crunch in here too. Oh yeah, that stuff splatting at the end. All right, we're going to put the messy stuff towards the end, and we're going to put the crunchy stuff towards the beginning. And listen to this one. Oh, that's really good. All right, and moving on to the next one. That's good. Oof. Let's put one more in here. That's a little bit better. Yeah, there we go. And let's put a sloppy sound right. It's too long. Try this one and bring this down a few. God, that guy's a little bit too excited, I think. Oh man, these things are just. Ah, trem ties. What are you saying here? Yeah, I'm gonna be here a bit more frequently. It seems I'm not working anyway. Oh no! Oh, dude, that was so short-lived. They didn't have enough orders coming in to keep me in waiting for my girlfriend to come back from the hospital, hopefully on Monday. It's mental health stuff. Man, I hope she's okay, and I hope you're okay. Glad we're here to hang with. Well, Heidi, if you want to send in some burping sounds, you certainly can. Mmm. Little reverse chewing sound. Yeah, we could reverse some of those. Yeah, I bet it feels freaking defeating, trem ties. Hmm. Well, I'm sorry it went down like that, Trem. And I hope something new comes your way quickly. But at the same time, but also, I'm glad that you're currently freed up and give your girls some more support. I know it doesn't make things necessarily easier on all fronts, but been there, homie. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's do a couple more of these short ones. Oh, that was a little quick. Let's move these over so I can see that they're separate when I go to bounce them. Okay, another. Oh, well, that one was way too long. I pushed too many buttons. Let's try that again. Oh my, let's bring this one down a little bit and this one down too. Oh man, disgusting. Oh. Oh, I think we need something a bit more quiet on the back end and maybe one little slurp in here. Yeah, that's good. Let's make that a bit more subtle. Yeah, good stuff, good stuff. Let's save this thing, shall we? Let's save this as zombie lunchbox. Okay, so we're gonna call this one we'll call this one final layering. Cool. Hmm. Yeah, Tram, I feel that. Well, at least you know that you were doing a good job and that they didn't want to part ways with you. That's awesome. Liv is here. Cardio party in the chat. How you doing? We are lifting up Trem because he's having a rough week here, and we are wrapping up Zombie Lunchbox. Okay, so we just did a bunch of these short little attacks. So I think now it's time for some horde stuff. So it'll be heavier on the vocalization and lesser on the chomps and bites and slurps and stuff. Probably seeing like maybe 4 or 5 or 6 of these guys attacking like one victim or something, right? So let's see here, probably over here. And that was a good one. Okay, let's move this eating one over to here. Oh, and this is too much of the same sound. Okay, we need one more bite up here to coincide with this guy. Okay, and this can move over, and zombie eatings are too layered here. Move this over. Actually, let's keep this big one in the middle and move this minimal one over. And this little guy needs to be in between these 2 bytes, and then I think we're just about good. I'm going to bring down the volume 4 dB on that guy, and 4 dB on this guy, and 2 dB on this guy, and 2 dB, 4 dB on this guy, and 2 dB on this guy, and listen through it again. This one didn't really seem right. Let's put in got juicy, crunchy, and zombie eating together there. Maybe we just have one just crunch right here. Yep, that would do it. And we'll bring that down by 2 dB and move on to another horde attack here. That was a good one. Let's check it again. All right, let's move this over just a little bit and bring this one down too. And this one bring down 4, 6. Let's bring this one a little bit closer. Okay, which one is the moaning? Not that one. That one can come down too. This guy must be our moaning. Let's bring that down 4. Okay, this guy. We move to right over here. And it can come down 4. And this guy can come down 4. I think we're done with this horde. Oh my, this is just, oh, it's a terrifying thing. Zombie hordes attacking you. Again. All right, we got to move this zombie. Oops, not that one. Take this one down 4. We're going to move this one down 4. This one. Move it down 6. And listen. And we're going to bring down Juicy Crunchy by 6 and Crunchy Bite Long by 4. And we're going to move it over a bit right there. Let's put in one more messy eater over here. Bring that down 6. A little bit later. Yeah, that's good. All right, and again, one more horde. All right, I did a little bit too much on the end there. We're going to bring this one down 6. This one down 4. Down 4. Down 6. Down 4. Down 2. This one needs to come over. This one can come up. This one come up a bit more. Oh, that sounds like a hot mess. Let's get rid of this one. Slide this over a little bit. Down again. A pile up of sounds there. Okay, where is this messy snack? Come down 6, 8. And again. Oops. That was pretty good. I'd like this to be a little bit longer, though. Put one more here. Put another one over here. Put another chomp here. All right, listen back to that. Oh, that's disgusting. One more time. Oh, that chomp is a little loud. That's disgusting. All right, we're going to move all of these over just a tad. Create a little more separation between those groups there. Let's do how many do we have of these hordes? I think we should do another. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's do like 3 more of the horde attacks. Listen to this one back. Okay, this bone break here needs to be somewhere where I can kind of peek through a little bit more sharply. And listen to that again. Let's bring that back up in volume. Oh, man. Oh, my goodness. All right, let's listen to this. Oh. One more vocalization layered under here. Oh, jeez. Let's get a little moan or something towards the end here. It's down like 8 dB, make it subtle. Oh, that's brilliant. That little yum, 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 yum. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna save that really quick. Liv, you're recovering from a head cold. Well, at least you're on the recovery side of things. All we want to do is eat your brains. For some reason, when I read that, I read it as, all we want to do is eat your brains. You'll record your sister's burps. Heidi is saying my older brother can say hallelujah, praise the Lord in one gigantic belch. We all have our gifts. Okay, I'm going to disclose something, a little too much information for you. My sister and I, when we were younger, I have a sister who's a few years younger than me, full-on tomboy her entire life, and I taught her how to belch in amazing and incredible ways. And one day, our father thought that we were being a bit excessive and rude, so we flipped the script and we taught him how to say Autobots transform and move out in a belch. And he thought that he was so cool for it that we were basically allowed uh, to burp talk as much as we wanted to after that. I think the appeal wore off after that. But man, that's like the longest thing I think I have ever been able to burp right there. There you go. There's some burp facts for you. Bubblegum brains. Oh my goodness, that's a good one. Hey, Lab West is here. Respect the gazelle. How the hell are you, homie? It's incredible weather right now, isn't it? Lab is in this neck of the woods. Tremtice is asking question about ADD. When you're scoring a scene, I know you normally just write the score around the movie, but will you be able to trigger certain points of the score, like hits, stabs, swells of the score with key commands, or how would that work? That's exactly the whole purpose. So like that's the whole thing of ADD, Tremtice. So we can take a look at that here in a bit. The reason why all of these regions are gray, and I'm not using any of the advanced like replacement features right now, is because I haven't actually imported these and tagged them with metadata yet. So this isn't really an intelligent building process. If everything was fully embedded with metadata, then all of this would be pretty intelligent. So the way that that would work is everything in the system that is a hit or could be satisfying when replaced as a hit can and will be triggered when you press the H key. Right, so that's a hit. A rise is an R, a T is a transition, and so on and so forth. So you can trigger drones, you can trigger percussion elements, you can trigger melodic lines or leads or chords or keys or sound effects or transitions or fills or endings or swells or rise to hits or whatever. And you have the ability to restrain what the engine is drawing from. So you can be highly, highly specific and focused and very intentional and load up just the sounds that you want to be working with, or constrain everything through the search engine filters or the replacement engine filters to dial in a really tight fit. So everything is really going to hit the mark and you're going to know pretty much exactly what's going to happen at every turn when you're pressing your keys in real time, which can save you months, right? I mean, depending upon how big the project is. If it's like a couple minute video, you could get the whole thing done in a couple of minutes instead of a day. So it's profoundly powerful and intuitive. And then the nice thing about all of that is that as soon as you get a soundscape done or a beat done or a full track done or compositional work or whatever, you can highlight whatever you want in that arrangement and hit Command R, and it will replace it for you, and it'll conjure up an entirely new thing based upon the sync markers, which is what anchors those sounds to a position in the timeline, and the sound type. So a rise would be replaced with a rise, and a hit would be replaced with a hit. And because of those embedded sync markers and region boundaries and stuff that we have in place in every single file, the engine knows exactly where to sync that in the timeline. So a hit or a swell may be a very different file size or a very different duration than the original one that it's replacing. But the sync markers are going to align it so that the peak or the crescendo or the focal point, the timing will still be perfect regardless. And then the engine can also time stretch and pitch quantize and stuff on the fly. So if you're triggering sounds and you pull in a beat kind of randomly that was originally recorded at 140 and you're scoring at 100, it's going to stretch that down to 100 for you. Or if you pull in a guitar loop, right, that was recorded in G and you're producing something in F sharp, it's going to shift that up for you, so or down for you. So lots and lots of really cool ways to produce very quickly, and you can do it with music production or Foley placement or sound design elements or whatever. So no, there is no rendering separate stabs or stopping or anything because this thing runs video, right? So in real time, you're doing all of this. I could pretty much like train anyone to be a ninja on this side of the dark arts in a couple of days, and you would probably lay waste to folks that have been doing this for years and years and years. with the old traditional means. It's pretty darn awesome. Oh, purple. Oh my goodness, Heidi. Needs a splatter too. Circulatory system breaks, you know. Oh, it's actually a song by Jonathan Colton regarding your brains. Oh my goodness. 23 months, Lab West? Dude. Crisp and clear, right? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty wild just how nice it's been. I think it all comes to a crashing halt soon, right? I think we've got our horde sounds. So we've got a fair bit of stuff done here. I'm gonna count them really quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of those medium ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, something like that. 12 of those short ones. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's do one more, making an even 10. Tremtize is saying, yeah, so feature that'd be incredible. I know it sounds way out there and crazy, but just imagine for a second Windows support. I know I keep telling you guys that it's going to be a really long time until we build something, exclusively for Windows or specifically for Windows. But I haven't said anything about there being other ways to fix this problem. There could be something coming way faster and sooner for you. There could be. We could also be beta testing yet another brand new extension right now, too, for Resolve users and Adobe users. We might be doing that. Tremtize, take care, homie. It's good having you here. Sending good vibes your way. All right, let's listen through this thing that I just dropped here. Let's put one crunchy, sloppy thing right here. This crunchy one doesn't really fit very well. This one that just kind of keeps carrying on. Drop it down 4. That one's all right. Okay, cool. So we've got this whole thing saved. Let's go ahead and export this. Go into Logic. All right, so I'm exporting there, and we're going to save this AAF file here really quick. So we'll call this zombie hordes. Give this a little tag, and as soon as I click save here, it's going to generate the AAF file, but then it's also going to, or it should, it didn't open it in Logic. Why didn't it open it in Logic? Why did it not just do that? Let's try that one more time. I do have open after export. Oh. Now I see why. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to export. And we'll call this zombie words. Now it should open, now that I've actually selected logic. It didn't select, oh, it did, okay. Whew, man. Do you want to close the current project? Sure, we can do that. Nah, we don't. The project in 44.1 for some reason. Okay, confusion over. So we've got all of our exports from Audio Design Desk in here. And the nice thing about a workflow like this is that we can, in one fell swoop, we can just go in here and say, I'm going to give each one of these things a little fade in and fade out. And give them a quick listen. And similar to what we were doing before, it looks like some of the volume changes didn't come through. I may not have selected the right box there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to skinny up a few of these sounds. I know for sure that a fair bit of the crunchy bites are a little spicy. You can just kind of see me going through and looking for the biggest peaks. I'm just going to bring them all down at the same time. And it's not going to be an egregious amount. And it's just going to help each one of these sounds to individually fit in the larger mix a little bit better. And this should all sound a bit more balanced for it. And I can see in the waveforms, I can see the stuff that's going to be a bit hotter than the rest pretty clearly, which is why I'm doing it in a big batch like this. And we should be able to get pretty close with just the first pass here. Okay, and we're going to bring everything down en masse. We're going to bring it down about 6 dB or so. Zombie Nosh Pit. Ooh, I love it. Zombie Nosh. Nom, 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 nom. Gosh, I see what you're doing there. You're so clever. I love it. Zombie Nosh Pit. And the reason why I'm going through and taking the time to make sure that all of the volume is balanced on each one of these is because then I can just run a direct export of all of these sounds in these little batches, and I won't have to stop to like process anything. And I think the other thing that I'm going to do is on our out here, we're going to set up a multimeter first, just to make sure that we're actually staying within our LUFS range boundaries, which we should be without a problem. Yeah, these should all be fine. Because we've been pretty darn meticulous about bouncing stuff up to this point. Yeah, so that sloppy bite long is just a bit long and loud. And this crunchy bite long also. Boom, boom, boom. I bring this one over just a bit more. So that one again. Just a little bit later than that. There we go. And this guy. This guy needs to come over a bit. Disgusting. Oh, goodness. Oh, and this one cuts off a little early, so we're going to ramp up the out on that. Yeah, that's better. Oh man, let's hear that one again. Oh. Let's try that again. Go. Oof. Eager zombies. Is lunch ready? Okay, there were two things in here that really kind of peaked, so we're gonna have to take those down. Several dB. Try that again. That was better. Okay, we've got to take down the trebly stuff by a fair bit. Let's take this down another 5 dB across the board and see what that sounds like. Oof. Oof. Needs a chicken sound. I tried incorporating a chicken sound into a creature sound yesterday, and I kicked it to the curb. I could totally tell that it was still a chicken. That was disgusting. Oh, okay. This one needs to come down like a bunch. 8 dB. This guy as well. All right, let's hear that again. That was much, much better. Mm-hmm. This crunchy bite long is a bit long and loud. Let's try this. Oh, just disgusting. Oh, we're on the last floor here. Oh boy, these entrail gobbles are just, they're really something. There it is. There it is. That's the stuff. Oh man. Okay, this guy. These three need to come down quite a bit. Okay, that's it. That's our collection of zombie horde stuff. So now what we're going to do, we're going to save this. And we're going to start doing some quick exports, but we're going to run it through a bit of compression and stuff first. So we're going to get into logic out of ADD, and we're going to go into zombies. And we'll call this horde sounds. And in front of our multimeter here, we're just going to set up a couple of things directly on the out. First, just a small amount of compression to help kind of glue this whole thing. Okay, that sounds pretty good. Now we're going to, we already did EQ on everything throughout the entirety of the process here. So I think the next thing here is just to hit it with just a little bit of heat. You know what? I am going to run this through an EQ. Just do this kind of a finish here. Not really worried about the low end. I am, however, just feeling like there's a bit too much treble in some of these. It's better. Some goblin laughs. The creature pack. So the zombies get their own pack, and there will be a handful of zombies in the creatures pack as well. But the creatures pack would be with a goblin. Goblin would have to go. Maybe that's what I'll call the creepers. I have no idea what this other thing is. I was calling them creepers, which they're kind of similar to a zombie kind of thing. I don't know. I have no idea what to call half of these monsters. But there's some ogres and trolls and gargoyles and I need to do some mummies because those are classic, right? Halloween season. Um, see if I can whip up some banshee stuff. All right, let's check this compression and saturation here. Hmm. Got any orcs? You know, I have ogres and trolls. I don't have orcs in there. Oh, Paul's got a good question here. Are barps and farts on burps and farts on a single lane in a mix or separate? I think they would be separate. I think they would be separate because you're going to want to try to draw the attention, perhaps, to two different locations on the screen there. So, chicken noodle like their brains. No, mummies don't say much. Just like, sounds like a female zombie. We are hitting our luffs. Every single one of these, I think. Oh, goodness. Oofta. Just making some changes to the loudness output here. Just adding a small amount of reverb to the saturation internally here. And then I think that we're just about there on this one. I'm going to make this just slightly wider up top, and I'm going to bring this down just a little bit in brightness. So I don't think we need quite as much. I'm going to listen to that change. All right, cool. Let's bounce these. Let's bounce these. We're going to save this project, and we're going to start getting these things out. Oh, man. These things. All right, we're going to call these... Oi, what are we going to call these? We're going to call these, I don't think... got any Horde stuff specifically yet, so I think we'll call these Horde. Respect the gazelle. What up, Benny? Been 17 months, dude! How the hell are you? And Dave is here. Britboy. 4321 in the chat. Welcome in, homie. Sounds like a good Count Chocula commercial, right? Like the zombies keep trying to walk into the electric fence. Oh my goodness. Electric fence barbecue. Holy hell! Heidi. Heidi Pataidi. You're incredible. That was amazing. Electric fence barbecue? Are you kidding me? Oh, yeah. That's just too good. That's amazing stuff right there. You're a freaking lyrical genius. Okay. Let's figure out what's happening here. We're going to say we've got what? Zombies devouring short, and then zombie horde devouring. How about that? All right, so this is going to be zombies devouring. And we'll call this 01. And we'll call this number 2. And we'll call this one number 3. We're going to stop really quick and make sure that those all sound all right on the other side. Let's get back up to ADD here and down to zombies, horde sounds, bounces. Here we go. Zombies devouring. Oof. Yeah, okay. So they're coming out just fine. So 1, 2, 3. So we're on to number 4 here. And number 5. Oops. Six. Seven. Number 9. Number 9. Number 9. Number 9. And 10. All right, now this next series will be some of these are not zombies. Let's just see. I think we still call it zombies. Okay, I think that's what we're gonna do. So we're just going to add the word short in here. We'll run through these. I think there's 12 of these. People say, why do you stick with logic? Why are you married to logic? This is why I am still married to logic, you guys. Look at this. Look at this. It's a beautiful thing. Even though this is quite a manual process, doing it this way, it is still so fast. And I appreciate you guys sticking with me while I just bounce a bunch of stuff really quick. All right. Just about done with these short ones here, and then we will get on to the next. Cool, so we've got 12, 13, 14. Guess I had more than I thought. All right, so there's 14 here. Hey, Nate's here. How you doing, homie? Electric Fence Barbecue is still just ringing in my ear right now. Oh, man. Enjoy working for free. Oh, man. Oh, geez. April, I wish you good luck. We believe in you. We believe in you. We're almost through. Well, no, we're not. We're not almost through. We have the big horde devouring stuff coming next. So good luck with your sandwich. What is for lunch today, April? Thank you, Ben. Messy eating and finger painting is totally orange energy. Nice. Zombies. Do zombies keep lawyers as familiars? Oh, man. Nate, you are here. So freaking out, but popping by to say hi. Got an extension on the film, so sprinting to the end Friday. And now I'm not using ADD, unfortunately. We'll do it in the next film. Nice, dude. Do I have a minute 15 for feedback? Yeah, dude, we got time for a little bit of feedback for sure. Chickpea salad and tortillas and a giant coffee. Nice, nice, nice. Hmm. All right, let's take a 1 minute, 15-second break from zombies. Save on this. We're going to check out what Ben is working on this week. This is what all the zombie kids are listening to now at lunchtime. Okay, A couple things. Nice. I think it's really cool. I think that the grimy metallicness of it is like such a super great sound for this. Like, I don't even know what kind of feel is this? Like, it's not molasses and it's not elastic, but there's absolutely like a stretchy pulley kind of thing happening there. Um, it needs a kick, man. It needs like a brutal kick, I think. Zombie punch card. Oh, this is good. At some point, they all stop and shout tequila. Oh, yeah, Nate. It's got a little bit of the swagger. Yeah, it's got a bit of the swing to it. Yeah, man. It needs a kick. It needs like a Captain Destructo kick. It needs something. Gosh, I'm kind of split. One, I almost want like a super minimal kick that has a massive impact on the rest of the mix, or something that's just kind of downright almost brutalizing, kind of brutish. Cat is asleep on lap. Need to pee. Life's greatest dilemmas. Oh boy. Yeah, Liv, I'm constantly moving my cat. My cat's always looking at me like, seriously, I just got comfy. Just. Just. This is dope, Ben. It's got like some really nice character in it, and I'm I'm split on the kick. I'm split on the kick whether it should just be just raw or if it should be whoosh kind of thing. But I dig it, and I'm digging what you're doing with your modulation here too, dude. Dig it, dig it, dig it. The more you have to pee, the cuter they look. Yeah, exactly. The quicker they are to give you that look and like kind of sink their claws in a little bit further. Yeah, it definitely needs the kick. Yeah. Nate, take care, homie. Watch out for zombies, dude. I hear they're on the loose. Zombies making out too. It did sound a little slurpy, didn't it? Turns out that zombies just can't help themselves, and when they're making out, they are actually just eating each other's faces, like quite literally. All right, so this one's going to be a horde, zombie horde devouring. And maybe we'll say feasting. Devouring is better, right? O1. Sweet. And this will be O2 here. And O3. Where else can you sit and eat lunch while listening to zombies being designed in real time? You know, if we were one day earlier in this process, I would be saying, hey, April, you know what you should do? Record your eating sounds and send them in, and we'll flip them while you are eating the rest of your meal. But alas, we've done the recording for this one. funny thing about sound packs. The longer you work on them, the bigger they get. We're going to find out how big this pack has become here in just a moment. Number 9. And 10. All right, we've got our zombie horde sounds done. We've got a total of 34 new sound effects for this library here. Wait, I'm not the zombie breath mint. That's awesome. Oh, Paul is saying, next Uncle Chrome's Blippity Bloop on Saturday afternoon. Saturday afternoon, 2 p.m. Ooh, yeah, there is a slurping. We do have some good slurping sounds in here, I think. Let's see. Okay, where would those be? Those are those were here. Some good slurping ones in here somewhere. Ooh, there's one. Of course, they get smeared out a little bit with all the spectral shifting and pitch shifting and granular stuff, but yeah. Spookalicious. I love it. Love it. Spookalicious. All right, so I think all I really need to do now is start tagging and whatnot these guys. We do have to round out some creature stuff, I guess. If I'm going to put some mummies in there. What was the other thing? It was not gremlins, goblins? Do you think that goblins are underrepresented in the film, television, and game world? Because if so, we can beef that up a bit. Here, let's just do that. Let's close, please. Thank you. And production stream. And we'll say now what are we making? Now it's not zombies. Now what are we making? Making mummies? Whoa, what did I just do? What in the world did I just do? Ah. There we go. That's better. Making mummies. All right. That means we need to put an audio track in here. Goblins are definitely underrepresented. Okay. Just as I get to my coffee. Agreed. Because this is what lunch needs. A difficult setting. A difficulty setting. Goblins can have some great laugh variations. Ooh, you're right. They've got like the snickery thing going, don't they? Okay, fine. We'll do some goblins. We're going to dip my mic volume down, so I'm going to get quiet again for a moment. I'm also going to record some mummy sounds. We'll see how that goes. We'll just see. I'm going to bring down my mic. You guys can probably barely hear me now. All right, it won't last that long. Ooh. Mummy sounds are pretty boring, it turns out. Okay, and now we're going to record some goblin sounds. Oh, hey. Mm. Ah. 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 I have no idea what sounds to make for gremlin or goblins. So now we'll just move down to this landing pad here and drop these a bit. Here, and let's move this up so we don't have to start at the bottom of the screen. All right, so mummies. Mummies. Aren't they great? Up a bit. And split first. Long we have. That. And we're going to silence on this one too. Yo, Jackball, how you doing? Came in just make funny sound. Uh Oh, no. I don't think. Okay, so these guys will come down to their own track, and those will be goblins. Will be mummies, so we'll play with our mummies first. some goblin fun. Let's see if we can make them decent. We just wrapped up production on the zombie lunchbox collection. Oh, Mike. Now you guys can hear me again, right? Okay. Need one high pitch goblin. We can do that. All right, so first things first, we're just going to hit this with a little bit of extra gain. So our plugins will trigger. That's fine. And we're going to first some overdrive. I don't want too many highs. Oh, these are cut off. How come these are cut off? these are all absolutely cut off. All right, so we're just going to bring all of these out. Ish, something like this. Hobgoblin. Okay, cool. So that's good enough. We're going to put a fade in and out on these. Let's see what they sound like now. Zombie Lunchbox. That name is compliments of Purple Prose 44. I wish you could continually scroll through the entire history of the chat when you first join a stream. She's been on fire. Epic names. These are super cheesy, right? All right, let's make them less cheesy. But I think that took out the highs enough. We need to roll off a bit more of this noise, though. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second. Why is there all of that noise? Do, 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 do. Well, that's obviously the beginning of the next sound, so we don't need this one. And this one come out. Ooh, this one looks like it's a little bit cut off here. Go. What is this one? Okay. Those look okay. Let's put this through Dehumanizer really quick. And what we're going to do here... oh, I haven't saved this yet. Let's save this really quick. We're going to put this into creatures, and this will be day 4, I guess. And we'll put this right here, and we're just going to bounce our mummies and goblins. So, let's loop around these. And we're going to move in... Where are we going here? Fresh patch. Okay, so we're going to keep one bypass in there. We'll just leave that one on, and we're going to put a spectral shifting second layer here. Okay, we're going to add a second lane here. This is going to be a granular process, and we're going to solo this for just a moment. All right, our granular will be down a bit. Our spectral will be the main one. Now let's put this through some compression. grain size up a bit more and our density down a bit. Blur that just a bit. Okay, we obviously need to hit this again. It sounds so bad. All right, let's make it sound good. Okay, let's figure out the levels. Just a little raspiness. Okay, let's get a pitch shifter in on this first one, which is currently our bypass. Okay, that's starting to sound a bit more like a decent creature. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put a little extra sauce on this. We are way within our love's range, so we're going to finish this. We're going to finish it with just a touch of reverb. We're going to keep it small. That way people can put it into a larger environment and not have it messed with. So let's go with our skin drum. We're going to bring the lows down and the highs down quite a bit. And also going to pre-delay just slightly and bring down our overall length to just under 800 milliseconds, which should be about right. Bring our low spread down. I'm just going to listen to just the wet for a second. I think that sounds okay. So now we're just going to bring up that reverb to an acceptable level. That's fine. And now we're going to hit it with just a tiny bit of finishing heat here, just to kind of keep it in that same vein with the other stuff in this release. So that granular and that spectral stretching, I think those two are both giving it some nice little textures in there. So it sounds a bit more like a legitimate organic creature. And we're just about within our LUFS range, so I'm just going to smooth this slightly. And we're going to keep everything else as is. And we've got mummies. April, take care. Thanks for hanging. Rainbow mummy. Okay, I think that these are like acceptable mummies, so I'm just going to export these. And we're going to put these into a new space here. This is creatures v1. We're going to put it into day 4. Put it into a folder called bounces. Say include the tail just in case. And this will be mummy. Moan. And we'll sequence those. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 of those. And then we'll do these goblins really quick. And then I think the last thing that I really want to do for this pack then is maybe some Banshee stuff. Oh goodness, this is going to be ridiculous. All right, we're going to chop off those frequencies down there. Bring this guy down a bit. Yeah, and let's do a little bit of compression. I don't think we really need saturation on it at this point. I think maybe just some compression first. And again, hitting the supercharger on this just to kind of keep it within the same theme as these others. And we're going to go with a bright character profile this time. And we're going to bump this up a fair bit and keep our meter running. All right, we're going to be kind of close on left. So let's run this through a dehumanizer instance. And here what we're going to do is some pitch shifting, and we can start from scratch again. We will keep our bypass in there first, and we'll put a pitch shifter. Pitch shifter. There we go. So we're actually going to go up in semitones. Okay, and we're also going to put in a granular level or a layer here. Bear with me on the loudness for just a moment. Okay, I'm going to skip ahead for just a moment, and we're going to put in, let's do a double layer of multiband compression. And we're going to do fairly minimal at first. And keep this like somewhat quick. That's okay. And then we're going to hit it again. Same tool, different settings, and go a little bit deeper on it. A little bit longer time. Still going to keep the upward fairly down so we don't bring that noise floor up too much. Hopefully this doesn't get too brittle sounding. That sounds all right. Let's keep our meters up here. Okay, and this is a little bit too plain right now, so I think what we need is maybe two different things. One is perhaps just a touch of scrubbing convolution, and then the other might be just a small bit of treatment on what is currently our bypass channel, which just means we're sending the audio out without being affected. from the original recording. So I'm going to go ahead and solo this scrubbing convolution right now. I'm going to find something that seems like it's going to be a good fit. Straw and plastic glass, maybe. So what I'm doing here is I'm trying to find just a little bit of surface texture for this guy. Ooh, there we go. I don't want it to really sound like static, but I do want there to be just a little bit of throatiness, right? Yeah, like that. Okay, so now what we need to do is figure out our mix down of these different layers. That's pretty close. It's got a little bit too much of the original voice in there, I think. All right, let's put an in and out on all these guys. Fade in action, fade out action. All right, we're going to put one subtle layer in at the end of this guy, and it's going to be some spectral shifting. I'm just going to solo this for just a sec. So what I'm looking for here is the mid-range, like the kind of focal point for the pitch of the voice, like the mid-ranginess of the voice. We're going to take out some highs. We're going to keep a lot of the mids and mid-highs. It's a little bit spread. a little cute for a goblin. But okay. Who says goblins can't be cute, right? Yeah, Phantasm, Wraith, right? I'm thinking like some kind of a yeah, something screechy. Shaitan. All right, let's get these out here. Oh, I've got one laugh out of sorts here, don't I? All right, let's just dig in here. This is the other laugh here. To this guy, we'll put this guy over here with these guys. We'll put these guys back over here. Yeah, are gremlins goblins? Kind of feel like they're in that vicinity. Mogwai, yeah. All right, cool. So let's just bounce these and make sure we're where we need to be with our luffs really quick. Yeah, these are fine. We can actually go up just a touch on all of these. So we'll do that. These are sounding a little gremlin-y, aren't they? All right, that's fine. Let's get these out. These are goblins. Save that. Export. All right, so this is a goblin laugh. 1 through 4. Oh, did we? I don't think we really have enough reverb to make a tail, but that's all right. We'll include that. And then we'll get these guys here and we'll export them as well. And we will call these goblin, I have no idea, goblin moans. Or goblin moan. Okay. And let's make sure that I didn't get all plural. That other one here, day 4, bounce, goblin moan, mummy moan, goblin laugh. Okay, cool. See if they bounced all right. Mummy. All right, mummies moan. That's what they do. And we, how many do we get there? Got 27 new samples there for the creature pack, and we've got a whole bunch of zombies devouring as a horde. Oh, and this, it shouldn't be zombies horde. Shouldn't be zombies, it should be zombie. Zombie horde devouring. There we go. All right. So those are good to go. Liv is saying, I feel like gremlins are the same phylum, but a different species, like dogs and wolves. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. The Mogwai are very, well, they're shapeshifters too, right? I mean, in a sense, they transform. And I am just covered in cat hair right now. Absolutely covered in cat hair. Gremlin Time Machine. Okay, so true story. True story. My dad's dad, my grandfather, he kind of embarked on this adventure, like jet set safari photographer kind of lifestyle. He, he had a regular gig and he was a hobby photographer, and he entered one of the contests. I don't know how old all of you are out there listening right now, but back in the day with the film cameras, when you bought a roll of film, sometimes when you opened up the package, you would see like an opportunity, like an entry form for some kind of a competition. So it was pretty cool. So one of the things that he entered into was a wildlife photography contest, and he snapped a couple of pictures, and he won. And it gave him the motivation to kind of leave what he was doing and kind of focus on this, like as like this ongoing retirement thing, right? So he would literally like travel around the world or whatever and take pictures, and it was great. So I didn't see him very much, right? And he also lived in a different state, so when he came to visit, it was usually a bit of a production, right? We get to see some of his pictures, like in a slideshow on a wall in the living room or whatever, and then we'd potentially get to go do something, right? Which was always a blast because he was a total character. So he comes and he visits over Christmas break one year, which was new. Like that's not something that would normally happen, right? And he's like, "All right, well, let's go out and do something fun, like as a big group. Let's go watch a movie." And my family is not one of the families that would go out on Christmas somewhere, right? Or on holidays in general. Like we wouldn't go to a restaurant on Thanksgiving or like a movie theater on Christmas. We just weren't that family, but lots of other people are, right? So I'm like, woohoo, let's go do this. So what we really wanted to go see was Gremlins. It was Gremlins 2. Um, so that puts a pin in the year for you. Anyway, long story short, it wasn't playing. Um, it wasn't playing locally yet. It was the next day that it was going to open up. We could have gone to the Westgate Theater, the next town over, and seen it the next day. But my grandpa really wanted to treat us to something special, right? So it's Christmas Eve, and we are now driving to Washington State, which isn't too far. Like it's from where I grew up. It's like a half hour jaunt, right? It's basically like driving to Portland. And So we make the trek up to Vancouver, Washington, and we get to the movie theater, and we stand in line, right? And it's cold, and we get in, and we buy all of these things from the concession stand, which is another thing that the family didn't really do when we went to movies. It was fairly like small budget kind of stuff. So this was like a pretty big production, right? We sit down in the movie theater. We're early, right? We're waiting, and the film starts. We make it through the previews, right? And it gets like a couple minutes into the movie, and the film catches on fire. And everyone in the movie theater is like, this is part of it. This is like the gremlins are messing with us, and like they've done a brilliant job. This is great. They're making us think that like the movie is just going to end. And the movie ended. Like we all left the movie theater. We did not get to see Gremlins 2. There was a lot of very upset people. They didn't have uh, more reels. It was an early premiere. It was just. It's the only time that I ever went to the movie theater on Christmas. or like Christmas Eve, and man, I was so stoked to go see the new Gremlins, and then that happened. Oh, have you guys ever had like something happen at a theater and you walk out, don't get to see it? Yeah, just it literally caught on fire, like it melted, and that was it. That was it. That was it. Oh man. Paul, did yours involve kids? I had a date once when I was as a teenager. I was young. It was like high school or something. I went to a movie theater, and in the opening scene, it was the movie Glory, I think. I can't remember why we even went to this. It was probably like the only movie showing at the theater. We had a very small theater locally. Um, so that's probably what it was. That's why we were seeing it. Anyway, in the opening scene, like there's a cannonball, like it hits some dude's head, like totally obliterates this guy. And we're just like, what? And my date was not going to sit through that. So we immediately left. That was my that was my second time going to a movie and not seeing whatever was supposed to happen. That is a scene from one of those, right? We were so confused when we saw. Oh my goodness, right? It is a scene. Yeah, and the I think the microwave is in that same movie. I think both of them are in the second one. I mean, we really all everyone in the movie theater thought that it was part of the thing, and it was absolutely not part of the thing. Paul is saying in New Orleans with parents at a cheap art cinema watching Amacord. Film burned up about three-quarter way done. Dad was pissed. Oh man, yeah, when you really get into it. Uh I was at another movie where something burned up. I think it was a Quentin Tarantino. It may have been Reservoir Dogs, if I remember correctly, when it came out in the theater, and went and saw it. Film burned. It got too close to the lens, and it burned. It didn't catch fire though, so they just had to stop the film for a minute, turn on the lights, do a little splice, and then they were back in business. But yeah, stuff just doesn't happen anymore. All right. Well, let's see here. We've got zombies done. I think creatures is pretty much done. I want to get the banshee slash wraith slash something done, but I don't think it's gonna be done right now. Heidi, I'll try and flip your scream in an interesting way. Heidi sent me some stuff, and these are absolutely terrifying. Terrifying. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'll be able to flip those into a banshee, but these are, man, goodness. Sugar and scream. Oh, you are on an absolute tear today. We had the classic freeze, then slow burn, right? Yeah. It's frozen for a couple of minutes. Oh, man. I do remember something happening at one of the drive-ins when I was younger with film, but I can't remember exactly what it was. Maybe it melted too. Sugar and scream. Holy hell, dude. Electric Fence Barbecue is still ringing in my ears right now. All right. Well, I am going to see who's streaming right now and see if there's someone fun up doing their thing right now. Odd that someone in your home doesn't like loud screaming. Sketty BeatStars. Man, I need to follow a bunch of new people because it's just kind of showing me that like not many people are streaming right now. I don't know if less people are streaming in general at this time or if I'm just kind of seeing the streamers that I follow drop off, but she said the police will show up. I would not doubt that. I would not doubt that. I personally would not be screaming at the top of my lungs in Hillsborough. I just definitely. I've been in a peculiar situation a time or two because of stuff like that. Okay, what am I looking for here? I am looking for a place to drop you guys off and see who is doing their thing. It might be Sketty. Paul, you take care too. You guys are all awesome. I appreciate you. We'll go see what the other Chris is up to. Let's start this right over here. I'll see you guys on Friday. Bring your work in progress with you. Drop links early. I have a feeling it's going to be another one of those where we close the queue shortly after we open it. So bring your tracks early and get them in early, and I will see you all then. I'm looking forward to hearing what you cooked up. I'll see you on the other side. Peace out.